What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and on a Sunday, we got some pretty big updates for WWE 2K26, and the first thing is more of a relief, because this is a big feature they're bringing into this year's game, and there was one way they could mess it up, and I thought they did it, but it seems to not be the case. But the second thing we're going to be talking about here today is actually pretty big, because when I said I wanted this, I always thought it was an intangible wish that we would never see come true. And some of you guys even said I was being unreasonable for asking for it. But it looks like they're taking 2K26 further than any of us ever expected, because it just got confirmed. So we got to talk about it. But first, I gotta let y'all know that the final number has been decided. We will be giving away a total of 11 copies of WWE 2K26. And if you want a chance to win, all you gotta do is drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Because on March 5th, we will be doing a live stream. And during that live stream, we will be picking 11 winners. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they're coming on.
Alright, so ever since we got Thumbtacks in AEW Fight Forever, this is the one weapon I really wanted to see them take a shot at in WWE games, and thankfully, we are finally getting those Thumbtacks in WWE 2K26. Now, they've teased us with these thumbtack spots in previous trailers, but in the most recent gameplay breakdown, we finally got to see what it looks like when we use the thumbtacks, and there was something here that I really didn't like, and I thought they were going to mess it up. And I should probably point out the fact that we got good news here, but we also got bad news. But I will say the good news greatly outweighs the bad news, and I think the bad news is something they can fix down the line. So let's see what we get from the thumbtacks right now. We'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about how things could be better.
And thumbtacks.
So we see Trick Williams take out the thumbtacks, boom, slams Ricky Starks in the thumbtacks. But if you notice, when he hits the thumbtacks and the mat, he just sells it like it's a normal move. There's no extra shock from Ricky hitting those thumbtacks. From the first drop or the second. Now, one positive is we do see the thumbtacks actually sticking to Ricky Stark's boots right there. And we can also see them sticking all in between his nether regions as well. So we know the thumbtacks stick. Now, one thing we don't see here is blood. I was talking to Matt from Assemble and just Brian about this, and they were saying that the blood was just turned off for the trailer, but Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot has confirmed that there will be no blood in these thumbtack spots as of right now. Now, it's just really red that you put on the bodies from the thumbtack, so I think they may be able to fix this up in a patch as we get down the line, but that's not confirmed. As of right now, there is no blood associated with these thumbtacks. Now, that's the bad news. If that's not a deal breaker for you, then we only got good news from here on out. But let's jump to AEW Fight Forever, because if you look at how Ricky Starks hit the mat, there was something extremely different between the way they did it in 2K26 and the way we saw it in AEW Fight Forever. Before we do that, big shout out to Rated Inferno, because this is their footage. So we see Mox pour out the thumbtacks. Now pay attention to when Bryan Danielson hits the mat. We see he puts that extra sell, like he's shocked from getting hit from those thumbtacks. Same thing here. Even though it's just like a pile driver, he still had that same shock from hitting the thumbtacks. Now, this is a big reason we wanted to see the thumbtacks in these WWE 2K games, because they obviously got to take it to the next level. And if the wrestlers aren't going to bleed or sell when they hit the thumbtacks, then what's the point of having the thumbtacks in the match? At that point, they're just decorations. But again, Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot confirmed that this was early footage that we saw in that most recent gameplay trailer, and the wrestlers will in fact sell when they hit those thumbtacks. So you will not have the same animation when they throw a vertical suplex and when you get that vertical suplex thrown on top of the thumbtacks. Now, I stopped it here because this is another thing I really hope we see before 2K26 is over. Just look at how how it's not just blood on their back or blood around the thumbtacks when they actually take damage. You can see like scratches and scrapes all over their back because, I mean, realistically, that's what the thumbtacks will do. So again, 2K taking it to the next level would make something like this look even better than it looks here. So hopefully before 2K26 is over, we actually get that. Now that was something I was really worried about since we saw that gameplay trailer, but the excitement has been restored for the thumbtacks, and I can't wait to see how they actually sell when they hit them. But the next thing is something I still can't believe, or I don't know how they're going to do it. We got an update on the I Quit match. So let's take a look at what we know so far, and then we'll talk about the big reveal. So there's our mini game for the I Quit match. It is different from the submission mini game, which I like, but I wish we had something like this for the other matches as well. Boom. Here we go. So we know the I Quit match is pretty much just a submission match, right? I love it on TV because of the fact that they got to take that microphone and shove it up to their opponent's face and actually make them say I quit. Now, when I was talking about this in the previous video, I said I wish they like blanked out the audio and let us hear Seth Rollins say I quit. Some of you guys in the comment section said, come on, Kenny, what are you talking about? You're asking for too much. There's 400 wrestlers on the roster. How are they going to do this? We got another confirmation from Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Of course, he was speaking to Brian Williams, who is a developer on this game, and he said, we will, in fact, get voices in the I Quit match. Now, how is this going to work? What I said was I wouldn't mind if they took maybe the top 50 superstars, you know, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, maybe you get The Undertaker in there, you know, wrestlers who you could pull in the booth to record those lines. Just get those wrestlers and maybe throw a generic voice on the wrestlers who are on the mid to lower card. So I don't know if they're going to do it that way. I don't know if they're going to use AI and plug those wrestlers' voices in, something I wouldn't mind because, again, we are in the age of AI. I think they need to utilize it where possible. Now, for the wrestlers who have passed away, that's a different conversation. Of course, you'd have to talk to their families to see if it's okay, but you could realistically get everybody's voice in these games in 2026. So will we get everybody voiceover? Will it be generic voices just like we get the generic grunts? We don't know as of right now, but I think that is a huge confirmation that we will actually get voices in this match, and that also raises my excitement for the I Quit matches because previously I didn't care. It was just a submission match. Now I would rather play this match over a submission match any day. Big shout out to Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot for bringing us this information because I think these are two pretty big things that should have been showcased in that trailer, but for whatever reason, they were not. They probably just weren't ready yet. But what do y'all think about this? Do y'all think everybody will be voiced for the I Quit matches, or will it be only select top wrestlers? Leave me know in the comment section, and thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.